So, how does one even begin to discern whether or not a sacred site has been manipulated? I mean, that's the big question. There's been so many theories about this particular location, it boggles the mind. And not very many people have been allowed to even go in there and do any surveying, but I have found one, is it Charles Wilson and Charles Warren, back in the late 1800s, was allowed to go in there and do some surveying. Even in this depiction that we're looking at right here, I believe it's been manipulated to some extent. This right here looks like a cup. It looks like the Pleiades. In my opinion, it's got like the handle here, and that's just what it resembles to me. And we've got, I guess this is what they're considering is the Temple Mount, where Solomon built his temple. And that could well be in this depiction. It's not showing the back side where possibly that skull or that cranium rock is located. But I think this is interesting, just the fact that we've got the wall and it's much closer to the temple than what we find later after Herod gets through with it. And here's another depiction. It's showing Ophel. This is going to be on the south side of Jerusalem. And this kind of gives us an idea of the retaining walls and, kind of an idea of what it must have taken to fill in these areas, to make this mount level. I've read in some places that it's as high as 80 something feet in some areas that was filled in along the walls and in other areas. But okay, it's showing here, this is saying they're claiming that the ark sat here on bedrock. It's just showing the ark, so I'm assuming they're meaning like Noah's ark or the ark of Noah's time. And that's interesting. Could be, but like you can see in this photo, it just shows that these outer walls and stuff like that. But now this is on the east side. This is looking toward the Mount of Olives, and I believe that this came further down. I mean, this wall, this wasn't here, I don't believe. I think this has all been added on at some other point. And it's showing here that it was Herod's platform, 19 BC, which is very interesting because that would have been 19 years before the birth of Christ. So Herod was fast at trying to change the typography of this mount, where the original Solomon's temple, I believe, was probably more likely on the southern end. And because there was a dip here, there was it was a separation between this mount and this over here. And if Ophel, this is where them Nethinims, the temple servants, this is their area right over here. And if you don't know who the Nethinims are, they're the Kenites that came to Joshua under false pretenses. But it was all part of God's plan. As if you haven't seen my Marking the Sons of Cain, I've already done a study on those. I believe this is pretty much like the other one. It's just showing a little bit of a difference but we still have this circular mound over here. And look at the typography of this mount at one time, according to this photograph. It's oval, shaped like an eye, and then this rock standing above it could be like a pupil. I just find this interesting, especially in relation to that stone, that world stone map that Klaus Donna found with the eye inlaid, and it's showing it over Israel. So I just find that very interesting. And there's caverns, there's cisterns all over this mount that and it's just amazing the different cisterns that are present. Some of them are dry, but some of them still even have water today. Okay, in this depiction, it shows that where they believe that Christ was crucified was over here on the northwest side. And for some reason, they've got this crucifixion on top of his tomb. And I'm not quite sure how that pans out. That sounds like the Catholic Church thing to me. But over here is the east. This is going toward the Mount of Olives. And this is talking up here, states that this is the place where Abraham offers Isaac. And I believe that's true. I also believe this is most likely the same spot where Cain murdered Abel. Because in Jesus tells us that, from the righteous blood of Abel to Zacharias, the blood of the prophets is in this city, and his also. So I believe that this spot has much meaning. And like I say, it's so hard to tell anymore because of all the debris. There's almost 100 feet in some places. I think the highest one I saw was like 90 or 80 something feet. But there's a valley that runs over here that is almost totally filled up now from all the debris, from all the sieges that's taken place on this site. And see, it's showing here Mount Zion is located over here. And then back over here, I believe, was what they call the City of David. This was part of the original walls and stuff of the city. But I've also heard that this area was Mount Zion right over here, and then it had that little valley that separated the two mounts. This Mount Zion from Mount Moriah. But as you can see in this depiction, there's no separation anymore. It's pretty level due to, I believe, Herod's handiwork. And I don't know how true this depiction is either, but it's talking about the Valley of Hinnom over here, and here's the Valley of Jehoshaphat, or the Kidron Valley. You got the Mount of Olives over here. You got Mount Moriah here. And then it's calling Ophel here, and then it's showing Mount Zion way back over here. So, but it's got this separation right here between the two. It's kind of hard to tell, just how accurate this is. And this is not related to the Temple Mount, but I just wanted to kind of show it as an example of how buildings and things can get erected, and streets and what have you can get raised and put around a big rock or a mound in the middle. And I think this is kind of similar to what the Temple Mount must have looked at one point, and this probably being that Mount Moriah was probably back over there off of that. Like, this would have been on the north side, and then the temple would have been back over here. That's just my opinion. But this just gives us an idea of how things can be built up around a big rock structure, and yet the city can still function and flow around it. In this depiction, it's showing the Mount of Olives over here on the east. And then down here it's showing the current location of Mount Zion. And, you know, maybe that is correct. I'm thinking it's right here. But anyway, we have this dipper, this cup that runs right toward this area. And of course you've got all these different gates. It's showing that the Golden Gate is right here, and perhaps that's correct. But then you've got the whole perimeter. It's got all this new wall. I think that Herod is the one that put all this up. I don't believe this was here at one time, and I think we can kind of get an idea from all the debris. And I think this is an interesting photo because you can see how these hills kind of roll right through here. The topography of it, of the landscape. And I think that we can very well imagine this same kind of thing being right here at one time. But like I say, looking at all the mini sieges and the debris, it's filled in most of these areas, and especially right here on this location. This is on the north side, by the way. This is the east over here. It's looking south, and then this would be the west. And according to this depiction, it's showing, you can barely see the Dome of the Rock right over here, and they're showing that Jesus was sentenced over here, and they're showing that Golgotha is way over here on the west side, or I guess it would be kind of on the northwest side. And I don't see it. I really don't. On the west side, I don't see that happening. I just don't. I believe it was here. So, but anyway, that's my opinion. And I would also like to point out, this is reported to be the location of Herod's tomb. Isn't it interesting that it's a mound? I find that extremely interesting, and I guess this is where people's been digging, trying to get into it. But yeah, I thought this was very interesting. I believe this to be one of the most recent pictures, or a recent, within the past few years, photo of the Temple Mount. But this is on the east side, right here. And I think this is the one, it's somewhere in here is where they're calling it the Golden Gates. But I believe that when we go in and read Nehemiah 3, and when you use your Strongs and you start looking up the workers, and you look up their name in the Hebrew, it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. The meaning of the words as they're working on the wall, a piece here and a part there, and the priest here. It is okay. Nehemiah 3:22. And after him repaired the priest, the men of the plain. Plain means a circle. The men of the plain refers to Kikar, kikar, a circle, that is by implication a circumjacent tract or region, especially the Gore or Valley of the Jordan. Also a round loaf, also a talent or large round coin. Loaf, morsel, piece, plain, talent. And after him repaired Benjamin and Hashab over against their house. After him repaired Azariah the son of Maaseiah the son of Ananiah by his house. After him repaired Benaiah the son of Henadad, another piece from the house of Azariah unto the turning of the wall, even unto the corner or angle or pentacle, sense of bending, angle, recess, corner. Then Palel, judge, the son of strong, over against the turning of the wall. And the turning is the bending, and the tower which lieth out from the king's high house, that was by the court of the prison. After him Benadiah the son Yah has ransomed, the son of Parosh, a flea, as the isolated insect. Moreover, the Nethinims, temple servants, Kenites, dwelt in Ophel, that's a ridge, a Turer, also a mound, that is fortress, Imrod, Hemorrhoid, fort, stronghold. Okay, so the Nethinims dwelt on the mound, hemorrhoid, or fortress, unto the place over against the water gate, toward the east, that is the east side, sun rising of the sun, and the tower that lieth out. After them, the Tekoites repaired another piece over against the great tower, the older tower, that lieth out, in a great variety of applications, literally, figuratively. Afterward, bear, appear, begotten, break out, bring forth out of, carry out, come abroad, even unto the wall of Ophel, or the ridge. Also a mound. From above the horse gate, a swallow from its rapid flight. From above the horse gate repaired the priest, every one over against his house. After them repaired Zadok, the just, the son of Emor, talkative. And after him repaired also Yah has heard, the son of Yah has dwelt, the keeper of the east gate, sunrise, that is the east Shekinah, Yah has heard, and Shekinah, Yah has dwelt, the keeper of the east gate. After him repaired Yah has favored, the son of thank offering of Yah, Shelemiah, and Hanun favored the sixth son. Interesting, the sixth son, Teslap. Another piece, extension, after him repaired, allied, Meshulam, the son of Neaviah, over against his chamber. After him repaired, king of Yah, the goldsmith's son, unto the place of the Nethinims. That would be the mound. And of the merchants over against the gate, assignment, the name of a gate in Jerusalem, Mepkid, and to the going up of the corner, an angle, pentacle, and between the going up of the corner unto the sheep gate repaired the goldsmiths and the merchants to fuse, that is refine, and the merchants that travel for trading.